Dear students, today I want to describe new topic called statistical mechanics. Here the statistical mechanics is associated with two terms. One is called statistical and one is called mechanics. Let me describe first the meaning of this name, statistical mechanics. Mechanics means the branch of physics, you know from your previous experience, which is dealing with the interaction between particles. And statistical, the term statistical is used over here due to the fact that here we always consider statistical or average count, statistical fluctuation or average count. So whenever interaction is taking place and we count the statistical or average, we will take statistical or average count of an event, then the term statistical mechanics has been achieved. So here in this branch of physics we should consider always average or statistical count of an event. It may be interaction between two particles or two or more number of particles, and the particles should be should have different sizes. Okay, so here we should consider initially some basic fundamental of statistical mechanics. First of all, total number of particles of the system. If we consider a container having different types of gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, etc., etc., and N1, suppose N1 is the number of oxygen molecules, N2 be the number of carbon dioxide molecules, and so on. So suppose in a container N1, N2, N3, N4 up to Nn, different types of particles or molecules or atoms, whatever, then the total number of particles of the container or of the system equals to N1 plus N2 plus N3 up to Nn. So summation over n. The system is supposed to be discrete. So this is the concept of total number of particles of the system. Next one is the total energy of the system. Suppose we consider N1 particle, one type of particle called N1 particle, another type of particle called N2 particle, N2 type of particle, and so on. Suppose N1 equals to 100. So there are 100 number of N1 type of particle, and each N1 type of particle has energy E1. So 100 particles should have energy 100 into E1. So it is N1 into E1. Suppose one particle of N1 type has energy U1. So the total energy of N1 type of particle should be N1 E1. Similarly, if we consider each particle of N2 type has energy E2. So N2 E2 is the total energy of N2 type of particle. Similarly, E3 with the energy of N3 type of particle. So it should be N3 E3 and so on. It is read in this fashion that N1 type of particle has energy E1, N2 type of particle has energy E2, and N3 type of particle has energy E3, and so on. Okay, but the actual meaning is that N1 means each particle of N1 type has energy E1. So N1 E1 is the total energy of N1 type of particle. Similarly, N2 E2 with the total energy of N2 type of particle, and so on. So if we add all these things, we'll get the total energy of the system, that is summation over Ni into Ei. Better to write Ni into Ei. I starts from 1 to n, small n. Okay. So this is the concept of total energy of the system. It is also discrete. Total number of particle and total energy of the system. Next important thing of statistical physics is to introduce phase point or phase space. What is phase space? In statistical mechanics, everything should be expressed in terms of its position and momenta, since momenta is proportional to energy. So each particle, if we consider one particle in space, it should be recognized by its position and momenta. It is more convenient, since momenta is proportional to energy. So if we have x and px, that is x position and px is the corresponding momenta component, then it can be used to recognize the state of the particle. Suppose we consider x axis, this is x, this is px axis, corresponding momenta. So this point, suppose this is p, represents x px, that is the position and momenta. So this conceptual space is referred to as phase space. Phase space. So it is two-dimensional phase space. X, px, phase space. Each point in the phase space is called phase point. So this is the coordinate of the phase point. Similarly, we may add another two mutually perpendicular axes like y. Suppose this is the direction of y and this is py, that is y component of momenta. So here we should add x px comma y py. So it is referred to as four-dimensional phase space x px y py. Similarly, we can add z and pz, two mutually perpendicular axis, coordinate axis, z axis and pz axis. So then it will become six-dimensional phase space. X px y py z pz are the coordinates of each phase point. The thing is totally conceptual. Since the number of coordinates more than 3 is not possible, in practice we should consider more dimensional space more than 3 to solve complicated dynamical problem, and this is referred to as phase space. So in this way we may consider generalized coordinates. We may introduce here generalized coordinates if we consider more and more number of phase points. That is, it should not be limited to x, y, z, px, py, pz. It may be more number of coordinates like generalized coordinates q1, q2, q3, q4 up to qn or qf. Okay, so you may introduce more and more number of coordinates and corresponding momenta, though the thing is totally conceptual or absurd, because the number of coordinates more than 3 doesn't exist physically, but we should consider here this conceptual phase space to solve a complicated dynamical problem. So we may extend our idea for like x, y, z, that is more number of coordinates, f number of coordinates, similarly f number of momenta coordinates. So in general, what will be the definition of phase space? So phase space may be defined as a 2f dimensional space where f stands for position coordinates like x, y, z. It is q1, q2, q3 up to qf, and another f out of 2f, one f represents q1, q2, q3 up to qf. Another f stands for momenta coordinates p1, p2, p3 up to pf, whose values will determine the state of a system. Clear? So this is the definition of phase space, and each point in the phase space is referred to as phase point. So from this discussion it is clear that position and momenta are the primary object to represent a point in state, particle in state. Each particle can be recognized by this position and momenta. So it is 2f dimensional phase space. So in general, I have already described the general definition of phase space, that is for 2f dimensional phase space. Clear? So next we consider another important definition, macrostate and microstate of a system. Total number of phase points, I forget to mention, sorry, cell. Definition of cell, it is also important. Cell is the elementary volume in the phase space. So in the phase space we may consider elementary volume. Suppose this is, we consider 6-dimensional phase space, delta x, delta y, delta z, delta px, delta py, delta pz. This is 6-dimensional phase space. Okay, and this elementary volume in the 6-dimensional phase space is referred to as cell in the 6-dimensional phase space. So this is the definition of cell. So in 12-dimensional phase space in general, cell is the elementary volume in the phase space. Okay, so let us define macrostate of the system. Total number of phase points in each cell of the phase space is known as macrostate of the system. Total number of phase points for 12-dimensional phase space, f number of q's and f number of p's. So total number of phase points in each cell of the phase space is referred to as macrostate of the system. Okay. Next we define microstate of the system. A complete specification of coordinates like x, y, z, px, py, pz, 6-dimensional phase space of each particle of the system is referred to as the microstate of the system. So here x, y, z, px, py, pz. I will explain it in details with the help of some suitable example. So to explain this macrostate or microstate in elementary level, let us consider a system having 4 particles A, B, C, D, 4 distinguishable particles, 4 different particles. Suppose this is A stands for oxygen molecule, B stands for nitrogen molecule, and so on. A, B, C, D are the 4 distinguishable particles, number of particles, and they are supposed to be distributed into 2 compartments. Which one is compartment? You know, railway reservation compartment. There are different types of compartments in the railway system. In the railway, you know, you are quite familiar about the railway compartment. So here different types of people, different class of people may be accommodated in different compartments. Suppose some compartments are reservation compartments, some compartments are general compartments. Out of reservation, some compartments are first class compartments, some are second class, some are third class, some are sleeper class compartments. So according to the standard of the ticket of the passenger, they will be accommodated in different compartments in railway system. So exactly in the same way, the particles may be accommodated in different compartments, okay, depending on suitable nature of the particle or in different distribution laws. So here for the time being we consider 4 particle system A, B, C, D, and they are accommodated in 2 compartments. Let it be compartment 1 and compartment 2. Suppose we consider first case. In compartment 1 no particle is accommodated, 0 particle. In compartment 2 4 particles are accommodated, A, B, C, D. So for this 0 A, B, C, D, it will form a set. So macrostate should be 0, 4. And the number of microstate 0 A, B, C, D, they must lie on the same energy level. That's why to represent this 0 and A, B, C, D particle, we should have same type of position and coordinates. That's why number of microstates should be 1. Okay. So 0, 4 is the macrostate and 1 is the number of microstate. Next we consider 1, 3 distribution. What is 1, 3 distribution? Suppose in compartment 1, 1 particle can be accommodated, and in compartment 2, 3 particle can be accommodated. So based on some sort of permutation combination, suppose A lies on compartment 1, here B, C, D, similarly it is B, C, D, A, it is C, it is D, A, B, it is D, A, B, C. So there are 4 ways of distribution. This A, B, C, D form a set. This A, B, C, D should have similar position and momenta. One microstate, it requires 1 microstate. Similarly B, C, D, A, it requires another microstate. CDAB, it requires another microstate. DABC, it requires another microstate. So there will be a sum total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of microstate. Clear? And here the number of macrostate should be 1, 3. That is 1, 3 type of distribution. In compartment 1 it is 1. In compartment 2 it is 3. Similarly, another type of distribution, that is called 2, 2 distribution. 2 particles can be accommodated here and another 2 particles can be accommodated in compartment 2. So this is the combination of 2, 2 distribution. So 2, 2 with the macrostate, and total number of microstate should be 6, because there are 6 types of distribution: A, B, C, D, B, C, A, D, and so on. There are 6 type of distribution: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 type of distribution over here. So total number of microstate should be 6. Similarly, we have 3, 1 type of distribution. 3 particles may be lying in compartment 1 and 1 particle in compartment 2. So there will be 4 type of such distribution. That's why 4 be the number of microstate and 3, 1 be the macrostate of the system or macrostate of the distribution. Similarly, just reverse of the first one, 0, 4 distribution, it is 4, 0 distribution. 4 particle may be lying in compartment 1, no particle in compartment 2. So it becomes 4, 0 type of distribution. Okay.